Hello and welcome to Spiritual Flow Tarot. This message is for the collective sign of Taurus for January 2026. Taurus' message found you for a reason, and it's not random. There's something shifting around you right now that you haven't been told yet, and the cards are about to make it very clear. So please stay tuned, and we will see. Thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you find at the end of this video that you resonated with it very much, please give it a like by hitting the thumbs up. Also, YouTube has this new feature where if you really like it, you can hype it. So down below you'll see there's a hype option. You just hit that hype. That also helps the channel to grow. And if you know anyone else or multiple people that might want to that are interested in this video or any of the zodiac videos that I post, hit the arrow button below and share it with them. It'll send a link to their you can send it by text, email, however you like. All right, let's get started. I've already meditated on your energy and cleansed the cards. Thank you so much. Hoping your new year has gotten off to a good start. And we will see. January 2026 for Taurus. Help us to get the most important messages for Taurus for January 2026. What do you have for them? Thank you so much. For Taurus for January 2026, please. Thank you. You got a flipper. You have a Seven of Wands. Taurus, January 2026. You have the Six of Wands. That wanted to come out and then went back. But I'm going to take it because it just stood there. It didn't go back into place. The High Priestess. What else do you have for Taurus for January 2026? You have a lot of like jumpers. You have the Five of, is that the only card? Oh, I felt like it was two. This the Five of Wands here. Let's move these back. Oops. One more for Taurus for January 2026. The Ace of Cups. Okay. And your overarching energy for the month of January 2026 is the Death card. Wow. Okay, Taurus. So, for January 2026, now keep in mind time is fluid. You could have already been in these energies, in this going through this situation, this storyline. You could have already started going through it before the 1st of January. You could be entering it in January, or you can find that it, lingers into after January 31st. Okay, so with this death card here, I'm feeling like you're going through a transformation, a definite ending, so that something else can begin. Okay, there's something that you have to let go of. Here, and it's definitely going to be something that is going to be a positive thing. I'm not getting anything negative from the Death and the Ace of Swords. I'm feeling like this is something that's good for you. This is going to end something, but it's going to be, lead you into good new beginnings with the Ace of Swords here. um, Aces are beginnings, and this is about a breakthrough of some sort. Because you have stood the test of time, is what I'm getting with the Nine of Wands. You've stood the test of time. You've been resilient. You've like really, really took blows, is what I'm getting. And it could have been for all of 2025. Okay, but Let's get into it. Yeah, there's a sense of someone who's been supportive. You probably have been seeking counsel from, it could be from a friend or family member, but it could also be a therapist. All right. That's what I get when I see the Queen of Cups and also the Hierophant, but that's your card. Um, that's the Hierophant signifies Taurus energy. All right, so let's get into this. So with the Seven of Wands here, I'm feeling like you had to stand up for yourself. At some point, you had to defend yourself for some reason, and we're going to clarify every card out here. And with the Six of Wands, you've succeeded. You've succeeded. Whatever it was that you had to speak up for yourself about, this could be in work, this could be in a family situation, it could be a relationship, love. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. There are many Tauruses watching this. Video. So everyone's situation is not going to be the same. So with the Six of Wands here, you've succeeded. You've overcome is what I'm getting. Whatever issue any challenges that you had that you were having and you had to or you could be having, you've had to speak up for yourself. You had to stand your ground, and Spirit is saying you were victorious. You've been successful in that, and there's a sense of you having to go inward. This is Pisces energy. To do that, you had to really hone in on your intuition and hone in on your spirit guides and your ancestors, whoever you celebrate, whoever you pray to, God, the universe. You had to go inward. You had to reach out and do some inner work so that you can get the spiritual nudges, the spiritual messages, okay, to make to lead you to this success here, okay. And with the Five of Wands, there was some type of yeah, definitely conflict for you to have to stand up for yourself, and um, like whatever brought you to this, it was some type of adversity, right? You had some, whether it's like the Five of Wands is about competition, conflict, arguments. Okay, again, we're going to clarify to see where that was coming from. And with that said, it could well be with the Ace of Cups here, love that brought this to a halt. Okay, you showed love, the other person showed you love. Something about love here is what I'm getting with the Ace of Cups. Someone had to pour into you, or you had to pour into them. Again, we're gonna get more into this. I'm feeling like someone had to pour into you because I saw the Queen of Cups earlier in the deck, and that's making me feel like there's a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer here that had to pour into you, for you to kind of have this aha moment is what I'm getting. Okay, although the 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 Judgment card is not here, but that's usually my aha card, my aha moment card. But who knows, it might come out. But with the Ace of Cups here, this person had to pour into you and show you, um, not so much show you, kind of be that example, that you know spirituality is real. Okay, let's get into it because I'm getting really like, wow, like what is this about, Taurus? I'm curious. I'm very curious. Please clarify each and every card for the collective sign of Taurus for January 2026. Help me to see what you want me to see, and help me to hear what you want me to hear intuitively. Thank you so much. All right. All right. I didn't even ask yet, so I don't want to take that. It's a Nine of Pentacles, though. Might come out later. Please clarify the Seven of Wands for Tauruses for January 2026. Oh, that's a lot. We'll look at them, but that's too much. I'm going to put them back in. You got the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, which we already have out. I thought we had out, or maybe we saw it earlier. No, we didn't. Okay, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, we did actually. I think I saw it when I was looking at these cards, when I was going through. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. I knew I was like, wait, I did see the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so it's coming out again in this. deck. Definitely something that you have had to go through multiple times, but you've done it, and you've gotten through it. And this is one last time. It's showing your resilience, your grit. Um, and with this Three of Cups, there could be a community of people. This could be like a reunion of some sort. You had to retreat from a community of people, like a brotherhood or sisterhood here, because of some injustice. With this Page of Swords, I'm getting like a type of injustice from Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right, so I'm gonna put those back in. Let's see what comes out. Seven of Wands for Taurus for January 2026. Seven of Wands for Taurus for January 2026. Thank you. What can you tell us about the Seven of Wands for Taurus for January 2026? The Empress card. So you may have been having to. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? I love this card. It's just so beautiful. Um, this is actually your energy. This is Libra and Taurus energy. Um, this could be you in your power. Okay, male or female. There's no gender specific uh, sex. I shouldn't say that on YouTube, right? In any of my readings, the Empress, everybody holds feminine and masculine energies within them. So take it as it resonates. The Empress is someone who is nurturing, who is very creative, okay, who's full of fertility. You could be pregnant, or a baby could be on the way and you don't even know yet. By the time you get this reading, you might find out. I don't know. Congratulations if it's something that you wanted to happen. But I find children to be a blessing, regardless if they were planned or not. But yeah, the Empress card here is of you could be fertile with ideas, with creativity, with opportunity. Okay, and this is someone who is beautiful physically, but also beautiful in nature, in personality, in their character, in their traits, and they're full of abundance. Okay, this is someone who people go to for advice, for comfort. They're just an all-around good person. Okay, they embody all four queens in the tarot deck. So you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords here. Okay, um, but with that said, you had to stand up for yourself. As the Empress, you had to speak out and speak your truth. Okay, let's just get more on the Seven of Wands for Taurus for January 2026. Okay, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, because there was something here that you weren't seeing. With the Eight of Swords, you weren't seeing it. It was like an illusion here that made you feel like you were trapped, but you really weren't. It made you feel like you were stuck in some way, and that you were like drowning, as you could see in the picture. Like you felt like you were not gonna make it. Okay, but that was just the enemy's good pleasure for you to believe that. Okay, because that was not the truth here. Um, there was again, there were challenge. Why is that hard for me to say? There were challenges here that had you feeling like you weren't going to make it, and you had to defend yourself through those challenges, through that illusion, through who or whatever was making you believe this. Okay, I'm getting that someone wanted you to believe this to keep you down. Someone that um, didn't didn't have good self-esteem, didn't believe in themselves clearly, and didn't like that you believe in yourself, okay, or had as much confidence in yourself as you did. So they did something or meddled in something, or kind of and not so much. I mean, it doesn't have to be so like you know, it doesn't have to go into like magic and all that stuff. I'm just saying, like, sometimes people just have an evil eye, or they just like have to just speak those words, and those words alone are spells. It doesn't mean that they're meddling in herbs and doing all kinds of stuff in the middle of the night and things like that. No doll, they're punching needles in and stuff like that. No, that's not. Just, I don't even feel that from this. I feel like this is someone that just didn't like the fact that you were confident in yourself, and looked at you sideways. But they allowed them to, they knew that they had you believing different, right? They were in your space close enough for you to start to feel like there was something here. I'm getting the word deteriorating. Okay, maybe you felt like you were deteriorating, but not so, not so, Taurus. All right, with the Six of Wands here, tell us more about the Six of Wands for Taurus. Yeah, because you were feeling very heartbroken. You were feeling heavy trodden, is what I'm getting, and very like broken, just broken. Period. Like you had no one, nothing. You felt alone. With the Three of Swords, like in despair. The Six of Wands for Taurus, January 2026. What is the Six of Wands about? There was, I mean, clearly this was success. There was a success. You came out of this, okay? And how did you come out of it? You removed yourself from many people, okay? You went in your secret closet, is what I like to picture it as. You went in your secret closet. You kept to yourself. You retreated from the world, and you went within. Clearly, with the high priestess here and the hermit, you see her meditating, and then the high priestess is all about like your intuition and spirituality and your higher power, okay, and hearing your inner conscious voice, okay. But you had to do that to come out of whatever this was, okay, and you were successful. You were successful. You received a lot of and I honestly feel like you received praise, but praise from your guides, from your spirit team, from God. Like that was like a inner praise. That was like a you've made it kind of like you've come through this. You've come out of this. And you saw it. You saw it happening to yourself. You saw yourself coming out of it, right? And with this high priestess, give us more on the high priestess for Taurus for January 2026, please. They didn't want to show us. It flipped, but flipped back. I didn't even get to see what the card was. It wasn't meant. The high priestess for Taurus, please. Oh, the high priestess is being clarified by the high priestess. I love it. You got the high priestess clarifying the high priestess. Okay. Again, this is like double whammy here. Um, this is like spirit saying your intuition is screaming at you in a good way. It's yelling at you. It's full blast. Like you, by the time you get this you hear this message, you are probably going to be able to relate when I say that you are getting a lot of intuitive nudges. You're hearing a lot. You're probably having very vivid dreams, but you could be also, if not, you could be having like these intuitive nudges, like you're getting downloads, you're getting like the moment you think things, they come to pass, they happen. Example, like you think of a person that you haven't thought of in a long time or heard from in a long time, and the moment you think about them, maybe shortly after, they call or they text you or they email or they show up. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone, but that's like an example, but your intuition is on heightened. It's heightened right now. Okay. Take advantage of that. I encourage you to take advantage of that. Tap into your spirit team. Seek them daily. They want to be sought, but they can do but so much if you are not putting in the work. What else can you tell us about the high priestess for Taurus for January 2026? What else can you tell us about the high priestess for Taurus for January 2026, please? The Two of Swords. Yeah, because you were in a confusion, like a confusing state. You didn't know which way to go. There were two of swords. There was like two ways you could have gone with, this situation here, and yeah, we got the Ace of Wands with that, and you felt like it was a hard decision, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. Your intuition was letting you know which way to go and what to do, and they were letting you know that there is a way out. With this Ace of Wands here, look how beautiful this card is. You're holding a flower here, like a tree, a tree, in your hands that's blooming and blossoming, and with the those are not butterflies. I forgot the name of those birds. This is about abundance, I feel. I don't usually see that in the Ace of Wands, but now looking at this card, I have to say this is about abundance here. Um, there were two ways to go. You were confused, and your spirit team was telling you which way to go. Once you tapped in, they were letting you know the right way, the right decision to make here, okay? Between whatever it was you were struggling with, whatever you were confused about. Um, and with the Ace of Wands, you had a spark, okay? There was a spark of intuition, there was a spark of a new idea here, okay, that helped you to get out of whatever this challenge or the struggle was. Let's see what the Five of Wands is for Taurus for January 2026. Five of Wands. Can you tell us more? Got a flipper. You got the Eight of Pentacles. Is that one card? Okay. What else can you tell us about the Five of Wands for Taurus? It's two cards, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So the King of Pentacles is your energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Um, you got Sagittarius with the Temperance card and Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles came out first. The Five of Wands, being that it's a card about arguments, about conflict, about tension. Okay, there's more than one person here. Okay, there's multiple people here. This could be a job situation, but it also can be a family situation. Is what I'm feeling, more so than anything, because I don't see as many pentacles. So pentacles for me is work, and but this is like energy and your feelings and just it's more wands than anything and swords here. Oh, I didn't even see this card here. When did this come out? All right, so let's put that behind all that. So with the Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Wands, this clash of egos here within a family dynamic, a work environment, or love situation. I feel it's more so family than anything else. Um, Fit it where it applies in your life, okay? So with the Eight of Pentacles here, this is you putting in the work, okay, and waiting to see your your bounty, your like seeing your results after putting in a lot of work into something, okay? With the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you were doing that, and with doing that, you were getting some type of tension. I feel like maybe some people or a person, a group of people did not want you to be putting all this effort into something here, okay? But you kept quiet, Taurus. You kept quiet. You kept to yourself. You didn't really like fight back too much. You didn't argue too much. I mean, you said your piece, but I don't feel like you said too much because with Temperance is a very quiet energy. Okay, they are. And this could be there could be a mother father dynamic here. Your parents maybe could be involved in these conversations, but it doesn't have to be. You could be a father dealing with a mother in these situations, but again, it doesn't have to be. I'm just stating what I see. I'm covering all aspects because this is a collective reading and it's going to be for different ones. So everyone has a different story. So with the Temperance card, this is about alignment, coming in alignment to who to fulfill what you're supposed to fulfill. Okay, so I feel like Spirit had to get you to a place where you had to align with the will for your life, for your path, for your journey. Okay, this journey is only yours. I mean, as much as people want to have an input and hold things against you or argue with you and and create conflict in your life because they feel like they should have a say in your decisions. The truth of the matter is they don't have to. Their opinions are just that. That's just their opinions, and whatever you choose to do is your decision, and it's solely your decision. It's your prerogative. Okay. The King of Pentacles here is your. It's about your stability. It's about your financial stability, your material stability here. Okay. And I feel like you're going for it. You're going for whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. With the Temperance card here, some of you could be traveling. This is a card of Sagittarius, and they are known to be world travelers. They like to travel often. Um, it doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be everyone's story. But with the Temperance card, also, I feel like this is like a coming, like you're trying to balance out your life. You want harmony in this situation. With this Five of Wands, you want to bring harmony to whatever it is that's going on, okay, in your life, but also in whatever conflicts have risen from your decisions or from the past, okay. And the Ten of Wands came out as well. Yeah, you're dropping some burdens here. You've done a lot for a lot of people. Okay, with the Ten of Wands, and because all these people are like in conflict and everything, I feel like you've done a lot for a lot of people, and now you're like putting that to bed. Like you're saying that enough is enough. I'm dropping these burdens. I've learned a lot, but now it's time for me to move on from that. I need to do me. Okay, and with this Ace of Cups, let's see. I'm almost feeling like this Ace of Cups is about you loving you, but let's see what comes out for you for Taurus for January 2026. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Oh, wow. Okay. The Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of people, of situations, of distractions. There was a lot of illusions here. With the Seven of Cups, there was a lot of illusions, there was a lot of distractions from your main from your path, from your real path, from the path you were supposed to be taking, from your journey. And there were some things that were put in your space, in your face is what I'm getting more than anything, to kind of distract you from the right path you should have taken. Okay. And I feel like you've had this like awakening, this like, with the Ace of Cups, I feel like there's like you opening up, like maybe your heart chakra has been opened for some of you. Like I'm feeling like you've opened up like this new, I don't know, there's like a realization. Like when I look at this cup and how it's pouring, I feel like you're pouring into yourself. It's not so much someone else doing that. And with this Knight of Wands, there's going to be someone coming in, and this could be you doing it for yourself, but take it as it resonates. There's going to be someone coming in to kind of play the hero in your life, okay? They're going to have a kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like they have connections here, okay? Good connections. And they're going to help you, um kind of bring you into a space that you that you should be in, the right path, and they're going to like help you get there. Okay, this is someone that's a very very, they could be Leo, Sag, Aries, zodiac signs, doesn't have to be, but this person, they could have a pet, they could have a dog or cat, that's either yellow or orange, and it doesn't have to be. I'm just pointing out different things that I see. This person or you could like what's the singer? Royce. Oh, he's a Spanish singer. Something Royce. I forgot his name. If you know it, put it in the comments below. I totally forgot his name. I know it. I just can't say it right now. I can't remember it right now. So anyway, yeah, only because he looks like him in this picture. Um, but yeah. So with that said, I feel like there's someone here that's going to be very energetic. They're going to come towards you, wanting to help you out of this situation, out of your whatever challenging situations you're going through. and they're going to help you. And I'm seeing someone grab your arm very aggressively, but not in a bad way, and just pull you out of something that was not like maybe almost like sinking sand, and they grab your hand and they just pulled you out, and you just start like running towards like a open field of grass with like sun. That's what I'm envisioning right now. But let's see. What else do you have for my Tauruses? Tauruses. Oh my Tauruses for January 2026. What can you tell us? Taurus, January 2026. Jan- January 2026 for Taurus. January 2026 for Taurus, please. Clarify the Seven of Wands. What else can you tell us about the Seven of Wands for Taurus for January 2026? Why is the Seven of Wands here? The Sun card. Yep. You stood up for yourself, and this is a card just like the Six of Wands. For me, it's like a success card. You've won the race, is what I got. You've won the race. You stood up for yourself. You had to. There was like a sense of feeling defensive, and you had to speak up about this. Now, you could be a father dynamic, a father archetype. You could be a father in this situation. You could be dealing with a father in this situation. It doesn't have to be. You could be dealing with a son in this situation, actual, son, daughter, son type. But that doesn't have to be either. This could be a Leo of significance. It doesn't have to be either. But doesn't mean the story is not for you. The message isn't for you, but that's just for some of you. But the Sun card talks about freedom. Okay, it talks about fun, freedom, vitality, but this is about winning. If you see how her hands are up in the air, like she's happy, she's won something, she's come through like there's so much goodness here, okay, and she's happy now, and she feels free. Okay, it's about freedom. Freedom after having to stand up for yourself. Freedom after having to defend your stance, your place, okay? And your decisions is what I got. Six of Wands for Taurus. Can you tell us more about the Six of Wands for Taurus for January? Six of Wands with the death and rebirth. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever this was that you were going through and having to stand up for, you had to go through a transformation. I believe we got that, right? Yep. Remember in the beginning? The death card. Okay. You had to end something. You had to end something. And what you were ending was you were shutting people down. Okay. You had to defend yourself here and stick up for yourself. And that had to end. Whatever was going on had to end so that and something new had to begin. The success came from that. Okay. And you had to go in within with the Hermit card, and the High Priestess is here. Okay. Tell us more about the High Priestess for Taurus for January 2026, please. We got two cards. The Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, these two cards are not, I mean, for me, they're not, they came out together and they're just like, this is about arguments. This is about someone lying, stealing, or cheating. Um, this is about someone who wasn't doing right by you or you by them. Flip it where it needs to go. But with the Seven of Swords here and the Five of Swords, this is like argument. This is arguments, okay? Um, and someone wanting to win at the expense of someone else or something else. Okay, so like you're winning, right, at the expense of someone else losing. You know, I guess I was trying to think of another way to put that, but it just wasn't coming out. So the Seven of Swords definitely could be something that someone thought they were getting away with, right? But they didn't get away with it with the sun shining upon them by the morning time. See, they in the middle of the night, this person was leaving, stealing all of these feathers from, the crows, thinking they were going to get away with it, but they really didn't because they were shown the light was the light was shown on them. Shown? Is that the right word? Like, you know how they say shine a light on them. Yeah. So that's what happened in this card. And that clarifying the high priestess, I feel like that was a spiritual, like that came from your intuition. Like you had to be seen, shown this through your intuition, your guides, your spirit team, your inner conscience, okay, showed you someone that was doing this. That's interesting. Or had to show you yourself doing this. Take it as it resonates. And there was a sense of confusion here because of it. Or there was like two decisions. You had to make a decision on which way to go. And so you made a decision. And I feel like with this Ace of Wands here, you made the right decision because whatever it is, it's going to bring or will be bringing in um, blossoming abundance. Okay, Ace of Wands is about passion. Okay, there should be a passion project here. There could be something or someone that you're passionate about. Okay, um, this could be like a lustful passion as well for some of you. What is the the five? Excuse me, the Five of Wands for Taurus for January 2026. What is the Five of Wands for Taurus? You got the King of Pentacles again, like earlier here. Um, so it's King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like I mentioned earlier, you are looking to stabilize your finances. Okay, you want to stabilize your finances. You want to your that is your DNA, Taurus. Like you are a you need stability in your life. Okay, you need to feel that you can be depended on when it comes to material goods, your home, your finances. You are a dependable person. You're known to be. You are tenacious, okay, and you follow through. You're the follow througher. I know that's not a word, but you are the doers. One of the doers, all fixed signs, and I'm doing the fixed signs back to back now. So you're the first one. I'm going to do Leo, then Scorpio, then Aquarius, but you are the doers, all four of you. Um, Someone initiates the project or the task, another person flows through the changes, another the mutable signs, the cardinal signs, they create the change, they create the whatever it is. The mutable signs kind of like they navigate through the task or the project. The fixed signs, which is you, they follow through. You do the follow through. You see it to completion. All right. And with that said, I feel like you were having, there was like an situation in your life where you weren't feeling like you were that person. Okay. You weren't dependable in that way. And I feel like that had you um, in a bad place. Okay. Feeling like the Eight of Swords, like you were restricted in some way. Okay. But that, I mean, as we see, we get the Sun card. We have all these great cards that show success that you came out of this. Your intuition stepped in and led you down the right path. Okay. And there may be some people that didn't like that because they did not want to see you be walking down the path that is rightfully yours. That, the Eight of Wands. There's going to be a lot of fast moving energies. Okay. This is about maybe you could be moving or you could be like um, traveling for something here, but that's also talks about like fast move, like you could be getting a lot of text messages, phone calls, um, emails, like there could be a lot of communication. um, with the Eight of Wands, that's about communication, that's about speedy movement, and we got it again. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave it out then. Because I'm like, how did we get that again? All right, with the Ace of Cups, please tell us more about the Ace of Cups for Taurus for January 2026. Thank you. I'm just taking that one. The Ten of Wands again. You got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is something, with clarifying the Ace of Cups, this is definitely something that you have laid down the burdens. Like you're letting it go. Why? Because you've learned to love yourself. I feel like you have put away with the Wands. The Ten of Wands with the you're putting away, like you're dropping the illusions, you're dropping the whatever's been distracting you from your own self-care, whatever that looks like for you, whatever's been distracting you from your own spirituality, what's been distracting you from your own like emotional awakening here. That's it. And I feel like there's someone here that's going to help you down that road. Okay? This Knight of Wands. Can you tell us more about this Knight of Wands? Who is this Knight of Wands for Taurus for January 2026? Who's this Knight of Wands, please? Who's this Knight of Wands for Taurus? You got the Five of Wands again. You had it here. Hmm. Could it be a family member that there was like some clash of egos, there was conflict, there was tension? Who else is this Knight of Wands? Who's this Knight of Wands for Taurus for January 2026? The King of Wands. Okay. Went from a knight to a king, a Six of Cups. So this is someone from your past. This is someone, again, I'm feeling a lot of like Wands energy, Leo, Sag, Aries in your energy, okay? But this is someone that moved from a knight to a king, which leads me to believe that that's why this person was one of the people that you had a conflict with, okay? But I feel like even with this Eight of Wands, this is where the messages probably were coming through, and you were able to clear whatever conflict you had with this person, and they grew up. Okay, they grew up. They went from a knight, a teenager, to a king, a grown ass man. Now I say man, could be a woman. I'm saying a man because there's a man in the photo, but doesn't have to be. But basically, you know what I'm saying. They matured. Okay, they matured, and there's someone, there's someone that I feel is going to help you down this path. They're with you on this. Okay, and with the Six of Cups here, this is someone that you have memories with, that you have a childhood with. You, this is a childhood friend, a family member from childhood, someone you knew from childhood that you were close to. Okay, you've seen each other from when you were little to now. Okay, and again, you or this person could have again a dog that's either orange, or like a in that family of orange. Okay, because we see it here and then we also see it here. This is this is your message, Taurus. I'm enjoying this for you because I mean, I feel like you've come out of something, and it's also because I think for me it's like it's more inward than anything else, that you did some work internally to get you to this place. Okay, and that's always so much better than any external work that we do for ourselves. I think that internal work is permanent, more so than external work. Sometimes I feel like that can be for a moment, for a season, and then like that can fall by the wayside. I guess you could say. Let me just take a sip of my tea. Okay. So what else? What other messages do you have for Taurus for January 2026? Oh, you got red flag, warning signs, take heed, and risky situations. So I feel like this is like whatever was going on, or this is something that Spirit is warning you about. Okay, love triangle, third party, multiple lovers, choices. Yeah, yeah. So if this is your situation, if you've been, dibble dabbling, dibble dabbling, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't see anything here that speaks of that, but I mean, it's here for a reason. So take it as it resonates for you. There may be someone that's trying to put you in this triangle, so you could be the third person and not realize it yet. Um, so I feel like Spirit is letting you know that this is a red flag here. This person is a red flag. Or maybe, listen, dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Protected by haters. I'm not sure what that means. I think that's a mistake. But blocking negativity. I mean, you could be protected by haters. Now that I think about it, there's like I was getting like there's no mistakes. I feel like Spirit was saying there are no mistakes. So protected by haters meaning like they hate on you, right? So they're probably telling you things that actually works in your favor. They're probably giving you the warning signs about this other person in your life. Although they're haters, they're also like they serve a purpose as well, right? They're helping you to see this person in your life, and you're thinking they're being honest and loyal, and really they're not. And they have you in a third in a love triangle, basically. Any other messages for Taurus? And take this as it resonates. This could be you doing this to someone else. Um, Cross watchers, maybe. One more. Harmony. Yes, yes, yes. This goes back to the Temperance card that we saw somewhere here. Yeah. It talks about balance, peace, and happiness. Okay, and with this Sun card definitely talks about happiness. Temperance card is about balance and harmony here. Okay, and I feel like all this maybe has already happened or it's happening right now, but it's gonna lead you to this harmony, this feeling of like peace and happiness. Okay, let me go with one more deck, and then we are going to close out, Taurus. If you find that this message has resonated with you, first of all, thank you for um, staying for the end of this message, for the end of this video. If you find that it resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up um, down below. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to your girl. Um, it'll help this channel to grow. I just started the channel a few days ago, and yeah, I'm just trying to get it to as many people that need it as possible. So if you can share it as well with anyone that you feel would be interested, that would be greatly appreciated. I would greatly appreciate you. So here we go. To end off, please give me any more final messages for the collective sign of Taurus for January 2026. Thank you. I have addictions and I need help. Okay, so this could be the situation that you're having with someone else, but I feel like it might be you. And addictions can be many things. Okay, I know we know them to mostly be like drugs and alcohol, but they could be. We could be addicted to anything. We could be addicted to tarot readings, right? We could be addicted to TV shows. We could be addicted, porn. Could be another one, anything. So this could be your story or someone strong in your energy. I've called you from an unknown number. So this could be your person, or you have been doing this to someone else. And addictions do make you do things like that, right? Like they can, because your sense of like, like your senses are different. I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. But you're not yourself when you have addictions. Even if you're sober, it's still in you, right? So it makes you do things that you normally wouldn't do. What other message do you have for Taurus for January 2026? For Taurus for January 2026. I see your name everywhere. So this could be something someone else is saying about you. You know, they're feeling like they can't get over you. They can't stop thinking about you. Or you could be doing this for someone else. Like you could be seeing this person, this other person, their name everywhere. Okay. I believe that is what I have for you. Yep, that's all the decks. Thank you, Taurus, for being here. I hope that you're having a great start to your 2026. And this is your January 2026 reading. If you feel inclined, please let me know in the comments below if this message resonated with you. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and until next time, bye.